never get the best of me. Shut up when I speak. You're all talk, but the walk is cheap. So get up or get out. Time to face the reality. I'm a monster from your dreams. You don't wanna see the side of me. So get up or get out. Feeling the eruption. I feel the fire burn inside of me. Killing the corruption. Still holding on. This is war. It's a revelation. Hell's in the air, it's hard to breathe. Still another hatred. So I'm holding on. When every step you take is do or die. When every breath you take is filled with lies and you can't deny. I feel like you're paralyzed. So it's time to settle the score. This is war.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. It's Gauntlet time, and we're live in Los Angeles, California for Monday Night Raw. And tonight, by the close of this episode, we will find out who will be the new #1 contender for the WWE Championship and will take on Shinsuke Nakamura next week. And it appears that Kevin Owens has drawn the short straw. Owens will kick off this gauntlet match. 8 superstars, Owens being the first of them. And we have AJ Styles, Finn Balor, both representing the OC, Seth Rollins, Andrade, Sami Zayn, Ricochet, and Roman Reigns. But I'm about to drop a bombshell because last week we did see an altercation between General Manager Eric Bischoff and the Freak, Lars Sullivan. And due to Kevin Owens giving Sami Zayn that apron powerbomb, it is now Sami Zayn who's out and Lars Sullivan who is in. The Freak is in the gauntlet. My goodness. And that spells more trouble for all superstars involved, as if this matchup wasn't dangerous enough as it is. Running the gauntlet is Kevin Owens, and now we know it's Andrade who will face off Owens in the opening stage of this contest. And can you imagine going through the amount in this gauntlet match, the caliber of superstars, and then running into the likes of the big dog Roman Reigns, or facing off against the Freak Lars Sullivan after say a grueling contest with the opponent before? In this instance, let's say Kevin Owens gets past Andrade. Can you imagine the fatigue, the conditioning that you're going to have to be in to survive this gauntlet? That is what Andrade and Kevin Owens are facing right now, so they will have to be fully prepared. And Andrade looks in great condition, and he's been escorted to the ring by Zelina Vega, and just maybe she may provide a defining factor, because of course she likes to help her superstar. She likes to help the man that she represents, the business manager of Andrade, and if she gets an opportunity to do so, she certainly will. And for Kevin Owens, that is not great news. Well, we are very close now to starting this gauntlet, and if you are excited about tonight's action, because I am, make sure you are subscribed to the channel with the notification bell turned on, hit that like button, and you will stay up to date with all episodes of this season of Universe. Boy oh boy, we are almost ready as Andrade takes in the fans here in Los Angeles, California. We are sold out tonight. No virus can stop this show, and make sure you are taking care and the precautions wherever you may be, and kick back and enjoy this gauntlet match. And Owens comes forward, crowd behind Owens. Andrade, went for the chop, got caught with a jab from KO and a knee. And you'd be thinking the smart move here would be to try and gain the victory early, so you can then move on in the gauntlet match. The longer this matchup goes on, the more time wasted, the more fatigue, the more damage that is done to you. It's going to stuff and stifle your progression. And I'm sure both of these men have thought out this. They've had a week to get this in their minds, their game plan. And you'd have to say, well, as Andrade goes for a pin and a kick out from Kevin Owens, Andrade with the thinking that I would have gone for, trying to wrap this one up early. But you have to think the smartest game plan of them all is what we heard and was teased last week by AJ Styles, working with Finn Balor to ensure that AJ Styles wins the gauntlet. So we know that the club, the OC, whatever you want to call them, the original club, they now control the Intercontinental Championship, held by Finn Balor, and the Tag Team Championship, which was won by Gallows and Anderson this past week on Raw Dark. If you haven't caught Raw Dark, you can do so. Catch the episode on demand right now. The first ever championship match on Dark, and it crowned new tag champs. But this one right here is all about the WWE Championship, and a new #1 contender and an elbow right on the jaw that caught Owens flush, and Zelina Vega likes what she's seeing. Andrade takes up Kevin Owens, cradles him down, but decides not to go for the pin. And Andrade is on the move. Andrade heading to the top rope, looking to take a high risk. That is risky in this kind of match. Hurricane Rana gets it, it pays off. Hangs on for the pin this time, and Kevin Owens kicks out at 2. And now submission, Andrade not wasting any time. Very smart, and it's Owens that is receiving the damage in the opening stages of this first contest of this gauntlet match. Who is going to progress? Let me know in the chat and in the comment section. I'm glad you can all be with us. Headbutt by Owens, equalizer. And a short arm clothesline, and now trying to just press the life, I'd say, out of Andrade with that big boot. Now chin lock. And an opportunity for Owens to catch his breath, recuperate a little bit. And that's what you've got to do. You've got to try and find time to regroup in this match. But a big boot. There will be no regrouping for Kevin Owens. Dumped on the outside, Andrade slapping himself, getting himself fired up. And here comes Andrade, another risk. And boy oh boy, once again, it paid off. Referee starting the count. Kevin Owens just getting to his feet. Andrade has brought his A game. And Owens back up now in the ring, turns around, and a scoop and a slam from Andrade. He's in control. He tries the point of the elbow right into the face of Kevin Owens, and a pin. 1, 2. Oh, and a 2 count. But Andrade is getting closer to knocking Owens out of this matchup. Oh, but Kevin Owens put the brakes on. Super kick. 1, 2. Oh, and Andrade with the shoulder up, and that is how quickly a matchup can change. Owens with that super kick caught Andrade off guard, and Andrade was nearly the first superstar to go in this gauntlet match. Samoan drop, and Zelina Vega now looking very concerned. The business manager of Andrade just having to watch, and Andrade finds a way to get out the way of that cannonball. Back up is Owens, taken down with the swinging neck breaker. Well, Owens, Andrade was looking for either a power bomb or a power driver. I'm not sure, but Owens, he didn't let us find out. He got the hell out of Dodge. And now Kevin Owens with a clothesline to Andrade, and the action once again spills to the outside. Neither superstar able to get this one tied up early. So, the damage is being done here, and whoever is coming in next may just be chomping at the bit to get involved, because each of these superstars is going to be feeling it after the exchange between these two, and Kevin Owens cannot afford to get mixed up with the business partner of Andrade. Zelina Vega went down and had words with her, and in doing so, that has allowed Andrade to regain the advantage. A lack of concentration from KO. Let's not forget that Sami Zayn is out of this contest thanks to KO. An apron powerbomb has put Sami Zayn on the sidelines. He would be participating in the gauntlet, but instead the Freak takes his place. Lars Sullivan, and Andrade, this time the risk doesn't pay off, and Kevin Owens sends Andrade off the ropes, takes him up, hop powerbomb, 1, 2, 3, and Andrade is the first man to go. Andrade is out of here, and this is how it happened. A pop-up powerbomb after Andrade took a risk, went there one too many times, didn't pay off, and he is now gone. Kevin Owens celebrates, but he doesn't have much time to celebrate at all, because already the big dog is making his way to the ring. Roman Reigns, the third participant in this matchup. He picked up a win 1 week ago when returning to action against Cedric Alexander, and now the big dog could skyrocket himself into a matchup against Shinsuke Nakamura if he can survive the gauntlet. And you can just see how quickly now a superstar has to regroup, and Kevin Owens is sucking air right now. He knows that he's been in a fight with Andrade. Andrade is gone, Reigns is in, and Owens continues to march on, and the big dog looks unfazed by the contest ahead of him. Roman Reigns, number 3, not the greatest draw. Like I said, coming later on in the gauntlet is by far better, and it does indeed make your chances, goodness, much more successful if you are to go on and complete and win the gauntlet match. But Reigns, well, he's taking his time, and I'd have to question that, why he is doing so, because if I was involved in this match, which of course I wouldn't be because I stand no chance against a KO or a Roman Reigns, but if I was, and I was built like Roman Reigns, I'd be charging that ring and getting on top of Kevin Owens and knocking the life out of him with a Superman punch or a spear, because Owens, in my opinion, is there to be had. He's been in that grueling contest with Andrade, and now Roman Reigns steps up, and Reigns fires out the corner with a clothesline. That's more like it. That's what I would have expected. And the crowd still behind Kevin Owens. Not fans of the big dog. He was booed last week, booed again tonight in LA. And Reigns stinging shots to KO, and KO replies with a chop of his own, went for the boot. Reigns caught him. A fresh Roman Reigns and a big boot puts down KO, and you can see that Kevin Owens is already tired. Only the third superstar in this match, and a big Samoan drop. Reigns says, come on, get up. Went to club down on the back of KO, didn't get it. Still plenty of fight in Owens. He will not give up. He will not back down. Massive opportunity in the outcome of this one. There's Reigns. Trademark clotheslines in the corner. Cuts down Kevin Owens. General Manager Eric Bischoff with this masterstroke, this gauntlet match this evening, going to freshen up the #1 contendership. And what this also does is, if you think about it, it allows the superstar to almost leapfrog the rankings. Because if you can come out of this unscathed, you could then jump above somebody who has a much better record than yourself. So like I said, this is a great opportunity for all 8 superstars involved. As Kevin Owens is taken up and down by Roman Reigns, and wisely, I'm not going to knock Kevin Owens for rolling to the outside to try and catch his breath. And Reigns comes after him, and Roman Reigns, well, the big dog now applying the pressure to KO. Started off kind of slow, took his time. Now Reigns getting going. And Owens might soon get going if it keeps going like this. It is all Roman Reigns. Backs off, takes his time, says get up. Almost like he's teasing Owens to come back and fight on. We know Owens likes to fight, but is he physically able to? Well, he breaks free. Looked like Reigns was going for a gut-wrench suplex, didn't get any of it. Let me know some of your predictions for the placings. Who's coming out next and who do you think's going to win this one? Most importantly, as Owens with the neck breaker and smartly goes for the pin straight away. 1 and just a 1 count. And that's where you see the difference of the fresh man against the man that's been in there for quite some time. A kick out at 1 by Roman Reigns and a clubbing shot to the back of the neck. And Owens taken up and down with an electric chair. Oh, and Reigns now lining up KO. KO out on his feet. Superman punch. And it does feel like this is the beginning of the end for Owens' chances of winning this gauntlet match. And Owens kicks out. Reigns looking slightly stunned. Didn't expect that. I think he thought the Superman punch would do the job, but it hasn't. Kevin Owens still in this, and oh no. Well, Reigns is getting nastier and more aggressive the longer this goes on. Drive by. Both boots into the side of the head of Kevin Owens. How much more can Owens take? Another pin. 1, 2. Oh, and Kevin Owens, and well, Reigns now beginning to show signs of frustration. He can't get frustrated. Reigns takes up Kevin Owens. Crucifix, powerbomb, holds on, pins again. And Owens kicks out again. What is he going to take? Reigns backs off, has a think about things. Reigns is in control, but he must not get too frustrated, because Owens will be looking for that to happen if he can get his bearings together, and he has. Owens is still in this. The first man to enter the gauntlet. Oh, Kevin. This is risky. Kevin Owens, cannonball! My oh my. Fight, Owens, fight. That means so much right now. And Owens brings back Roman Reigns. Reigns had thought he had Kevin Owens right where he wanted him. Somehow, Owens is back in this. Picking up the big dog. And dumped headfirst into the corner. Still plenty of superstars to come in this gauntlet match. If you're just joining us, Welcome. Andrade is already gone. The first superstar to go. Kevin Owens was the first participant. Reigns the third. And Owens with a cannonball. You wouldn't think it right now that Roman Reigns is the fresher of the two. Owens makes the climb. Heads up. Frog splash. Gets him. Doesn't go for the pin. Where's he going? Kevin Owens goes up again. A second frog splash. Owens using all his energy to try and put Reigns away here. A third frog splash. Now hooks the leg. Is that enough? No. Big kick out by the big dog. But Reigns, well, he's certainly not as fresh now. Headbutt by Owens. Now the chop. Reigns replies with a shot of his own. A forearm, a stiff forearm. Rocks Kevin Owens. And now these two just trading headbutt from Reigns. Look at this. Back and forth they go. And amazingly, it looks like Owens has the advantage. Oh, rolls up Reigns. 1, 2. Oh, no, no, no. 1, 2. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. Kevin Owens has just got rid of Roman. Oh, blimey. Well, never mind about Kevin Owens trying to catch his breath. I've got to catch mine too. This is how it happened. Owens tried to roll up Reigns, and then Reigns with the counter. Great reversal from Roman, but the momentum wasn't enough, and Kevin Owens slipped out the pin and pinned Reigns for himself. And Roman Reigns, shockingly, is gone, making his way to the back. And Kevin Owens has now seen off Andrade and Roman Reigns. And up next for KO is the former Intercontinental Champion, the Architect, Seth Rollins. It certainly doesn't get any easier for KO. And for Seth Rollins, well, he could not regain his Intercontinental Championship against Finn Balor. Controversial how it unfolded on Raw last week, with Finn Balor getting an aid, a leg up from Carl Anderson, now being a part of the OC. It really was a travesty how that 5-star match ended in such circumstances. But a great way to turn things around for Seth Rollins would be to win the Gauntlet match and leapfrog Finn Balor, who also participates in this contest, along with AJ Styles of the OC, and go on to challenge Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE Championship next week. But if he is to do so, he has got a long way to go right now. Kevin Owens, well, he has had the most grueling task of them all. Started off the first. Andrade is gone. Roman Reigns is gone. Is Kevin Owens now going to make Seth Rollins next? Well, we are about to find out. Who do you think is going to survive this contest and move on in this 8-man gauntlet match? Crowd on their feet, and why not? It has been a cracking contest so far. All action tonight here on Raw. And Seth Rollins, the 4th man in the gauntlet, and smartly goes for the pin on Kevin Owens. And, oh, he almost got him. Well, the Architect seemingly brought the plan to the table to try and get rid of Owens very quickly. And at this stage, it might just take something like that to stop Owens. Oh, but Kevin Owens caught Seth Rollins. You've got to think of the concentration that must be on the mind and going through the mind of Kevin Owens. Went for the package pile driver and got stopped by Seth Rollins, but his brain must be working overtime right now. Every time another superstar comes down, he's got to work them out. He's got to think about how much is left in the tank, how much he has to reserve. All these things on the mind of KO, who started off this gauntlet and is nearly sent out of the match by Seth Rollins, who questions our official, but there was no problem with the count. Neckbreaker by Seth Rollins. If you did not see the matchup last week, I'd urge you to do so. Go and check out Rollins versus BALOR. The finish, well, wasn't too happy with that. It was a fair fight until Carl Anderson got involved, but the matchup nonetheless, a 5-star classic, that's for sure, as Seth Rollins with the Phoenix Splash from the second rope. And Kevin Owens with that shoulder up, and if maybe Rollins had gone to the top rope and went for the Phoenix Splash, he might just have picked up the 3. More impact, more pressure on KO, but Owens still survives. And Owens continues to fight. Stiff forearm from Owens, boot to the midsection, looking again for that fall away package pile driver. This time gets it and goes for the pin. 1, 2, no, not even 2. And Kevin Owens breathing hard. Gonna try and suck up that oxygen. Try and save something, because we've still got to come in this match. Superstars like the Freak, Lars Sullivan, I mean, imagine running into him at a late point in this contest. We've still got the OC members to come in this match. Ricochet too. It doesn't get any easier. But if you want to become the #1 contender, this is what you're going to have to go through. Courtesy of Eric Bischoff, our general manager, as Rollins awaits on the top rope. Went for the Meteora, didn't get it. And Rollins has had knee problems in the past. We've seen him pick up injuries from Bobby Roode, who targeted the knee. And hopefully that injury hasn't reoccurred again after that awkward fall, and Kevin Owens nearly capitalized on it. Picks up Seth Rollins. Takes him up and drives the point of the knee into the back of the head. Another pin, and Owens is just going for broke right now. Delivers a move, goes for a pin. Fully aware that he needs to reserve his energy. But Seth Rollins still in the match, much to the dismay of KO, who has been in this matchup now for close to approaching around about the 30-minute mark. Owens, maybe he was going for the cannonball, instead ran into a big boot from Rollins and a super kick, a basement super kick to the gut, and Owens stunned, stifled, and ripcord knee strike. 1, 2, 3, and Kevin Owens is gone. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's all just take a moment to appreciate the effort from Kevin Owens. Almost 30 minutes in the ring, but he is taken out of this gauntlet match by Seth Rollins. It was a great exchange. It wasn't easy for Rollins, even though Owens had been in there so long, but the ripcord knee strike right on the jaw ends the night of KO, and Rollins now awaits the next challenger. Who is it to come? And unlucky for Kevin Owens as he makes his way to the back, and wait a minute, Jackson Ryker, and Owens comes forward, gets grabbed by the throat, and no! Come on! Well, the hired gun of Sami Zayn. Zayn might not be here, but Jackson Ryker is, and Kevin Owens now having to be helped to the back as the lights go out, and I think I know who's coming, and Seth Rollins might just be wanting to get his hands on this superstar. It is the man that took the Intercontinental Championship from him, and it's also the man that retained the championship last week under those controversial circumstances which I mentioned, thanks to the help of Carl Anderson. Of course, it is the newest member of the OC. It is Finn Balor, and Balor looking full of confidence as he takes his time, making his way to the ring. Intercontinental Championship around his waist, not just geared up and ready to go. Balor fully milking, well, the boos from the fans here in LA. The crowd really disappointed in the decisions that have been made by Finn Balor in recent weeks, deciding to side with the original club. And Rollins is saying, come on, let's get going. Get the jacket off, get the shirt off, get the championship off. And now Balor does, and Balor comes down, and oh, tope suicida from Seth Rollins, who simply had had enough. And Seth Rollins is on the move, perched on the top rope. This time gets the Meteora that he missed against Kevin Owens, and the bell has gone. The Gauntlet match continues. Rollins versus Balor. We saw a classic last week, spoiled of course, but this rivalry continues. And oh, Finn Balor finds a way to sneak out the back, and a German suplex allows Finn Balor his first piece of offense, and Balor might just need to settle a little bit here. The kick to the midsection to Seth Rollins. My goodness, maybe I need to settle just a little bit. It has been non-stop action so far, and a drop kick. It doesn't look like it's going to get any slower due to the pace of these two. Balor torments the fans here in Los Angeles, and Finn Balor takes to the sky and takes out Seth Rollins. Don't forget, a count out is just as valid as a pinfall or a submission. If you're counted out, you are out of here. If both superstars are counted out, you're both gone. And the next superstar will come down the aisle, and they will head up the gauntlet. As Finn Balor looking to do some serious damage to Seth Rollins. We've seen what he's done on the ring ramp, and now begins to bring Rollins back to the ring. Count of 7 from our official, and Balor is back in. Rollins back up, and Balor with an elbow to the back of the neck. The damage was done on the outside, but Rollins reverses Finn Balor, who went for the Irish whip, and Balor now sent out, and the action constantly falling on the outside, and Rollins wants Balor up, and what's Rollins looking for here? Oh, springs from the second rope and a crossbody. And Rollins looking to the fans to get behind him. If you're just joining us, let me update you on the action that's unfolded thus far. Andrade is gone. He was the first superstar eliminated by the first participant in this match, Kevin Owens. Roman Reigns was the third. He was taken out also by KO. Then Seth Rollins, who entered as the fourth man in this 8-man gauntlet match, was the man to knock off KO. And that is where we're at right now, with Finn Balor being the fifth participant, taking on Seth Rollins. And these two pretty much picking up where they left off last week. We've still got Ricochet, we've still got Sullivan, we've still got Styles, all to come in this match. Whichever order they come in, I don't know. No one does, apart from the superstar themselves. Drawn behind closed doors with General Manager Eric Bischoff. Oh, and the knee with the point of the boot right in the face of Seth Rollins, and the pin. And Rollins kicks out. Knee to the back by Finn Balor, the Intercontinental Champion, and I'm very intrigued if Balor was to survive against Seth Rollins. And let's just say, AJ Styles is next. Are we going to see OC members go at it? Is that going to really happen? I don't know. It seemed like AJ Styles told Finn Balor to get in line, and Styles was taking this shot. If Styles can survive, he will get a rematch from Backlash next week against Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE Championship. We know that Styles lost to Nakamura at our first Raw Brand pay-per-view, but Seth Rollins won't be wanting to let any OC member get through this gauntlet. Rollins wants that championship shot for his own knee to the face by Seth Rollins. Super kick to the gut, and that was what took the breath away of Kevin Owens. Will he be going for the knee strike once again? No. Rollins heading to the top rope. Crowd looks on. Rollins, frog splash. 1, 2, and Balor. Finn Balor kicks out at 2. Well, if Seth Rollins can indeed get rid of Finn Balor, might they make things a fair sight better for anybody else, because the OC numbers game will be gone. They won't be able to soften up superstars for each other. Going to be interesting to see how this all works out, as a Pele kick by Balor brings him back into the match. Rollins had controlled Balor. Balor now. Knife edge chop from Finn. A second from the Intercontinental Champion. His championship is not at stake tonight. Rollins comes back. And Balor sent to the corner once again. Rollins comes forward, another chop, another fist, knocking lumps out of Finn. And Finn now taken up, perched on that top rope, on that turnbuckle, and Seth Rollins. Oh, well, Rollins may have been going for that suplex Falcon's Arrow combination. Balor didn't want any of that. Instead, Finn Balor, coup de grace! Great counter. And that's enough. Seth Rollins is gone, and Balor, well thought out this was. You see the action that unfolded between these two. Sling blade from Seth Rollins. His suplex, and then an amazing frog splash. But then this. It was a great counter beforehand. Seth Rollins usually goes for that Falcon's Arrow with a suplex combination from the top rope. Balor fully aware of it. Well scouted from facing Seth Rollins in the past, and instead replied with a counter and a coup de grace. So who is coming next? Oh, well, it is the one and only Ricochet, and Ricochet has had plenty of issues with the OC, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, AJ Styles, and now Finn Balor. It was Balor who we thought had come to the aid of Ricochet a couple of weeks ago on Raw, but that was not the case. Balor was out here with his own intentions on his mind and delivered a Pele kick to Ricochet, shocking everybody when he realigned himself with the original club. So this is a great opportunity for Ricochet, and Ricochet wants to get started and heads into the ring, and Balor tried to catch him early, but now these two just in an out brawl. Referee trying to separate them to get the bell rung and get this gauntlet match to continue. And there you go. Now they can get it on. And Ricochet comes out firing. Drop kick from Ricochet. Uppercut now. And Ricochet wasting no time at all to get him some of Finn Balor. 1, 2, Balor just kind of fell out of that pinfall. Maybe the momentum, the weight of Finn Balor helping him there to get him free from the clutch of Ricochet. But Ricochet still on top. And Ricochet with that speed and quickness, the human highlight reel. And there was a highlight right there. 1, 2, and Ricochet has the right attitude. Balor's been in there a while. Very long back and forth contest with Seth Rollins for Balor, and Balor still able to execute a beauty of a drop kick. And this is wise from Finn Balor. Just try and slow down Ricochet. Ricochet, fresh, ready to go. Balor just trying to calm things here. Obviously there's quite a lot of emotion from Ricochet. I think he was surprised as anybody else that someone like Finn Balor, who many respect in the locker room, has decided to turn his back on everybody and join the OC. And the antics and the unsportsmanlike attitude of the OC, quite frankly, was something that I wouldn't expect from a modern day Finn Balor. But it is the case. He is back with the original club, and Ricochet paid the price. But Ricochet might just get some payback. And speaking of payback, that is our next SmackDown pay-per-view. So make sure you keep an eye out for more details coming in recent weeks from the blue brand. But it's all about the red brand right now. Finn Balor and Ricochet, the two superstars who still are in this gauntlet. We've seen Kevin Owens, we've seen Andrade, we've seen Seth Rollins, we've seen Finn Balor, we've seen Ricochet. Have I missed anybody? I don't even know at this point. But anyway, Ricochet rolls through and and a face-off between the two, and a sling blade mistake from Ricochet. Gave Finn Balor a chance, and Balor capitalised, and that's what Balor needed. Reverse 1916. This could be all. 1, 2. And it was nearly the end of the night for Ricochet. You must not lose concentration against Finn Balor. He's still an excellent athlete, regardless of the decisions that he's made in recent weeks, and that's why he is our Intercontinental Champion with a basement drop kick. And it's all going the way of Balor, and Balor is not the fresher of the two, remember. Ricochet trying to come back. Double fist to the midsection. Ricochet stumbles. Finn Balor went for the chop. Balor reversed it. And an enziguri to the back of the neck, and our official just checking in there. It was nasty. And Ricochet sent to the outside, and Balor takes to the sky once again, clearing out Ricochet. And the crowd appreciating the efforts of all the superstars that have participated thus far. We've got 2 to go. The Freak and the Phenomenal One. Great drawings for both those two. Sami Zayn, of course, not involved. Taken out of it completely from Kevin Owens last week as Finn Balor shotgun drop kick. Balor heads up. We've seen him knock off Seth Rollins in this matchup with the coup de grace. A second, and Ricochet gets out the way. Got him. The recoil from Ricochet. And now Ricochet heads up. The 630 sent on. 1, 2, 3. And the Intercontinental Champion will play no further part in this gauntlet match. Wow. Well, there won't be a confrontation between Finn Balor and AJ Styles. Ricochet has made sure of that. And for AJ Styles now, is he going to be next? Or is it going to be the Freak? Who is coming? Did Finn Balor aid him enough here this evening? Many questions. We're going to get the answers because this gauntlet match continues. And look at this. The 630 senton. Impressive. And, well, who's it going to be? Oh, well, it is. It is AJ Styles, the last participant of the OC to be involved in this match. Well, one OC member gone and one OC member coming in. AJ Styles, he said that this was his match. This was going to be his opportunity, and everything he said thus far has indeed paid off. Let's not forget, he told Finn Balor to go out there and retain the Intercontinental Championship against Seth Rollins. He did. He then said that the club in Gallows and Anderson would pick up the tag titles. They did, and oh no, wait a minute, oh no! You son of a, are you kidding? Well, as AJ Styles makes his way to the ring, and you see the nod from Styles, Finn Balor delivered a 1916, and no, come on, oh no, unbelievable, what a joke. Ricochet's out, Ricochet's gone, and AJ Styles celebrating like he's won the damn thing, but he hasn't, because AJ Styles still has to defeat the Freak, Lars Sullivan, and boy, what a draw Lars Sullivan got in this gauntlet match. The final participant to be involved, and quite possibly the most dangerous of all the participants in this matchup. AJ Styles needs to get focused right now, and he's going to have to use every single bit of his speed, his agility, and his wrestling know-how if he is to evade the clutches. Oh, well, maybe not. He might not have to use any of it because, oh, look at this. No, come off it. Gallows and Anderson, magic killer to Lars Sullivan on the concrete floor, and the club are running riot in this gauntlet match. And now Sullivan sent into the ring, and the tag team champions are now leaving, and the damage has been done. A magic killer, and the bell goes. The gauntlet match continues. The last two superstars to be involved. And well, AJ Styles has been given a huge leg up here. And well, I did say that everything Styles said backstage to Finn Balor has come true, and maybe this is the final part of that well-executed plan coming off, because, you know, phase 1 was Balor retaining the Intercontinental Championship. Phase 2 was Gallows and Anderson to defeat the Street Profits. They did so on Raw Dark and picked up the Tag Team Championship. And the last part, phase 3, is AJ Styles to win the gauntlet match and to go on next week to face Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE Championship and become WWE Champion. Can you imagine the club having all the gold? It could happen. I mean, it's very close to becoming a reality as far as the gauntlet match goes, because Lars Sullivan now is at a severe handicap after being attacked by the tag champs even before he reached the ring. And Styles now picking apart the Freak. And it's not often that you can say that. It's not often that you see Lars Sullivan in this sort of trouble. But the numbers game that we're beginning to see week in, week out here on Raw has happened again. Club rules and all. Sullivan. It may just be a foregone conclusion that Styles is going to win this. And it's more likely, not if, but when Styles decides to put Sullivan away. And oh, He's kind of enjoying this right now. I don't think he ever envisaged he'd have Lars Sullivan in this sort of position. Maybe he did. Maybe he planned this all along. Like I said, seemed like the plan was to get in this position, and they have. And now Styles manoeuvring Sullivan around the ring mat and working the leg, those tree trunk legs of Lars Sullivan. And if Sullivan is kept on the ground, there's no chance of any type of freak accident occurring in this matchup. And AJ snaps the leg, tear a hamstring. You can see the pain on the face. I mean, Sullivan's probably still trying to get his bearings together after that magic killer on the concrete floor by Gallows and Anderson. It's all been Styles and shoulder first, and it's really taken the sting out of this matchup and out of the crowd as well, you know. Shocked to silence, because we thought that this would be down to a superstar having strength and determination, but it's not. It's been, quite frankly, cheating to win. Styles was aided to get rid of Ricochet, courtesy of a 1916 by Finn Balor, who was taken out by Ricochet, and now Styles wants to freak up. And oh, wait a minute, Ricochet's back, and our official having to tangle with Ricochet, getting Ricochet out of the ring. Styles looking for the forearm, and oh, got caught! Freak accident! No way! 1, 2, 3, Styles is lost! Lars Sullivan picking AJ Styles out of the air. Ricochet, well, he may have just had the last laugh. The last Lars. Look at this. Freak accident. Styles wiped out. A car crash for the OC and a 3 for Lars Sullivan. The Freak will challenge the WWE Champion Shinsuke Nakamura next week on Raw. A shocking turn of events, and quite possibly the biggest challenge to face Shinsuke Nakamura and his championship reign to date. The OC's plan has been foiled at the final phase in a freakish night. Thank you for joining us, and I will see you all next week.